like politics right now is like really starting to heat up because people are getting like big mad about obviously like the election. Like the election is going to be, it's crazy for me to think this, the election is going to be in 2 days. Absolutely fucking crazy. So when that happens, bro, like people are going to be fucking mad. You have Trump connection, Harris versus Trump polls, bro. People are all about it. It's going to be cinema. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting to see, like, in a way, I don't know what would be better content. I feel like better long-term content would be Trump, but better short-term content would be Kamala, because of also Trump, right? Because then he'd say it was, like, fake, and, you know, people would go crazy. And so it's like, I don't really know what the best option would be, though. Reddit is Harris Incorporated. I think there's a lot of people like, you know, the internet in general is like still kind of like a younger person's place, especially social media. And younger people are generally more liberal. And so it would make sense that you'd see a lot more sentiment for Kamala Harris on, you know, and basically any platform. But I'd say like right now, like I talked about this before, I think Trump's going to win. I do. I think he's going to win this time around just because the reason why I think he's going to win is because it's because things are expensive. I actually think it's literally that simple. I think that things are expensive and people always blame. This is like the mind of like an average voter, I think. People look at how are things now versus where they were at 4 years ago. And people probably think that they were worse 4 years ago. And so then they'll vote for Trump because they want to change them. Right? Like that's literally the only, like, that is the logic that I think, I don't know, like 30 or 40% of people use for voting. So, yeah, based off of that, they were better under Trump. Yeah, that's the way a lot of people see it, exactly. Do you think there's literally any chance that come Wednesday, Trump will say they didn't win? Yeah, I think it's possible for sure, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Main question is, if you will you accept the Kamala win, or will you join the stolen election bandwagon Trump will force? Well, I mean, like, why would I join the Trump bandwagon about the election being stolen if I'm not even joining the bandwagon to vote for him? Like, I don't really think that makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, I think that you should be able to question the elections. You should be able to say, like, hey, I think this was rigged. Absolutely, you should be able to do that. Like, you know, as like a... I don't think you should get banned for questioning the election. However, I also don't think that you should be taken seriously either. Like, I think it's just stupid, right? I mean, my mom would, like, go on and on and on about how the election was stolen. I always thought it was total bullshit, right? I'm gonna be honest. I did. I thought it was total bullshit. All the evidence I've ever seen, complete bullshit. And to be fair, the only evidence that I've really seen of anybody trying to rig things is fucking Trump last time, right? Saying, find me votes. Where the fuck are you gonna find them? Right? That's not really a good way to say, you know, make sure that you count them in the right way. So that's the way I see it, right? I think the entire topic was fucking ridiculous. That being said, I think you should be able to question the election the same as you can question anything else. People question September 11th. People question shooting, you know, shooters. People question everything. You should be able to think for yourself, even if it brings you to a stupid conclusion like thinking the earth is flat, right? So that's my perspective on it, right? I don't know. Like, maybe that's crazy, but that's the way I see stuff, right? What about all Democrats being arrested for voter fraud, though? Well, I think voter fraud is bad, and I think that if you do it, you should get arrested. But I think there's plenty of people that have been arrested for voter fraud, and I think, in fact, a number of people that were Republicans were arrested, excuse me, for voter fraud in 2020. So I don't think that this is really... Nobody has a monopoly on voter fraud. Nobody has a monopoly on cheating. Everybody's cheating all of the time. So, no, I'm just... And again, like, and this is coming from me, like, I am not a... Like... I'm not a extremely partisan person with a lot of these topics, right? Like, I'm not, like, just not. But I'm just looking at it from... I don't want to say I'm a centrist, because in a lot of ways, I'm very extreme. Like, I believe in, like, universal healthcare, universal basic income. I also think you should be able to own a gun. I think that if somebody trespasses and breaks into your house, you should be able to legally kill them. So, I have very extreme viewpoints, but at the same time... I think that they don't all align in one category, right? That's not extreme. I think it's kind of extreme. Compared to a lot of people on the internet, it's a bit of extreme. None of that extreme. Oh, well, to me and to a lot of the people that I talk to, it is, right? So, yeah, you're just not retarded like most people? Sure. Yeah, I don't think that I'm totally inaccurate about it, but take the political viewpoint test on stream? I did before, actually. It's like basically if you get right wing from the political compass test, that means that you are Adolf Hitler. It does. And if you look at the questions and everything, yeah, it's not even a question. It's so fucking outrageous. It's nuts. So yeah, extreme centrist, yeah. But either way, they say Democrats voted for all. Look, all I'm saying is that these next 2 or 3 months are going to be some of the most unhinged months that we've had. I don't think it's going to be as bad as COVID, but it's going to be really, really fucking bad. And I'm ready to watch. I am ready to sit there on the sidelines and watch everything burn down and react to it in real time. So that's the way I see it. Will you vote at all? No. I don't think either candidate does anything or represents my viewpoints or my beliefs in a capacity that I think is enough to make me vote for them. That's really the truth. I know I'm not going to vote. But basically, like, there's been a lot of people, like, it's been really funny for me to see, like, how many of you guys have, like, been on Twitter and you've seen people posting, like, screenshots, or not, well, that's, Jesus Christ, pictures of their fucking ballots. Like, I've been seeing this constantly. Yeah, lots. And it's like I feel like anybody who's posting a picture of their ballot is just asking to get bullied, right? Because, like, there's always some way that you're wrong for how you're voting. Like, if you're voting for, like, Trump, you know, like, okay, well, you want to make women sex slaves. If you're voting for Kamala Harris, okay, well, you want, you know, like, genocide. If you're voting for Jill Stein, it's just every single person you're voting for. I've never seen a person post their ballot and not get absolutely fucking eaten alive. And I think that's what's really funny about it. It's like, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. People are going to lose their fucking mind. So that's it. It's a pride thing? Yeah, I think so. I'm actually kind of curious to see what's going to happen. I don't think this election is going to be as contentious as the last one. I feel like with COVID last time around, like, the election was like crazy hostile. Everybody was super mad about it. But this one, I feel like it seems like it's just kind of a, you know, like, definitely like a high tension election, but nothing that's like insane. The entire world is changing tomorrow. I really don't think so. I feel like, you know, as a president, you have a certain amount of power, but it's not like the president is like the dictator of the country. And, you know, that's just how it is. So I wouldn't expect to see things completely change at all, but we'll see what happens. So this isn't who you guys want to win the election. This is who do you think will win the election? I really want to see what people's opinions are on this. This is about who you think is going to win. Trump, yeah, wow. 70% people think Trump is going to win. Damn. God damn. Asking your chat is like polling Alabama. Well, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of people in my chat that are probably not big fans of Trump. But, I mean, there's a lot of people that probably think, oh yeah, I hate Trump a little bit less than Kamala Harris, or I hate Kamala Harris a little bit less than Trump. I feel like this election is definitely one of the lesser of two evil elections, where most of the people that are voting, like all of the people that I see that are talking about voting for Kamala Harris, most of them are talking about that as in, like, basically, we don't like her, but we like Trump a lot less, so we're going to vote for her instead. And I think that there's also a lot of people that don't like Trump, or sorry, that don't like Kamala Harris, that are voting for Trump, but they don't even really like Trump, which is really stupid. The two-party system is really dumb. So this is what my opinion is on it. I actually don't like this. I don't like how, because there's people that keep posting, like, their voting ballots, and they're posting their voting ballots, and it's like, oh yeah, what do you call it? Like, this is who I voted for. And I haven't seen a single person on at least Twitter that posted their voting ballot and they didn't get a massive fucking amount of hate. Whether they voted for Trump, Kamala Harris, or Jill Stein, or they wrote in somebody else, everybody is getting tons of hate for who they're voting on. It's sad for me to see people that, like, everybody wants to judge other people on, like, what they're voting on. And I think it's kind of, it's gotten to be a little bit too much, because people don't want to have to vote for the lesser of two evils, But there are some people that choose to and some people that choose not to. And I don't think either one is bad. I don't think that you're bad for like saying that I'm not going to choose to vote for two people that I don't like because neither of these people represent me. And I also think that it's not bad to say I'm going to vote for this person because this person is bad, but they're less bad than the other person who's even worse. I think both of these are totally fucking fair positions to have. And it's sad to see people that have like such a matter of entitlement that they think they should dictate other people's morality and other people's conscience to them and tell them what they should and shouldn't care about. I find it to be very, very annoying and obnoxious. And I'm not even talking about like differences in political opinion. I'm just talking about like differences in priorities and differences in like morality. Do you think people go with the lesser of two evils because they can't stand for what they believe in? No. I think it's actually very simple. I don't like both of them, but I like this one more than I hate this one less than I hate the other one. It's like, would you rather have your finger cut off or your arm cut off? Well, everybody would probably say I'd rather have my finger cut off, right? So that doesn't mean you want your finger cut off. No. But it's just better than the alternative. That's it. So it's such a logically obvious thing. I feel like it's crazy how people don't understand this. And I think that that's probably what's going on. It's like some way of saying the same thing. I'll be right back.